I don't think this is right. Something is not happening correctly here. I'm in the girls' room right now. The girls are in the kitchen. They're in the dining room. They're frosting a cake, doing stuff with their mom, and making too much noise in there for me to make a video. I wanted to start filming it, but I wanted to do it with this because it was just sitting in my room and I just couldn't leave it in there anymore. I wanted to bust it out. So I am doing this unboxing from the changing table. So that's that's where this is. Best YouTuber ever. So I'm gonna get this out of here. So I mean, the main reason I got the Sony a6300 was the 1080 at 120 frames per second, but also because of its low light performance and its lightness. And so the idea was that eventually I would start vlogging while walking around with the camera on a gimbal. Now I don't know if I'll really do a lot of that because I think it's going to be really big. So we'll see. Let's take a look in the box and see what we have. We got some kind of phone accessories. Now this one is designed to hold not only Sony mirrorless cameras, but also phones and action cameras. So there's lots of kind of accessories that are in here for that, I think. A cleaning kit. That's interesting. We've got a case, which I'm pretty excited about. I have another gimbal. It is a Tech gimbal. That's for my GoPro Hero 3 Plus. And that one didn't come with a case. It didn't come with any way of like carrying it. And also the way it was designed, it didn't ever like lay flat. So I always had a hard time kind of transporting that thing around. It has like a strap it came with. I don't know that I'll ever actually use the strap. And oh look, this is nice. It came with, I have one of these already. Actually, that's I'm using the iPhone to take this video. But it came with one of these C-clamp things, which I use all the time to bring with me for my runs. And this is how I get like my footage on the iPhone for my runs. So a lot of my Instagram comes with a tool just like this. This one is not Manfrotto branded, but the quality seems to be pretty nice. So that's nice. And it came with a GoPro to tripod mount. Very helpful. I only have one of those right now. The last one I had broke, so I just recently replaced it. But those are useful. And then these, I'm guessing, are for putting your phone, other ways of putting your phone in the gimbal. So let's open it. This is actually a little tripod that they've included. Now I'm guessing that this little tripod is so that when you have the camera mounted on the gimbal, you could set it down. Right, so that's how that'll go. So it's a soft shell case. It's not a hard case, but that's okay. It's just a way of like conveying it from one place to another, and that's pretty useful in and of itself. Let's open it up. There's I think this is paper. I was worried that it was gonna be like a CD drive or something. User guide. Lots of silica gel in here. This stuff. And then two really big beefy batteries. There's a charger in here, which is nice. USB-A to micro USB cable. And then this is the business end. So let's get the batteries out. This is like really hard plastic. I'm thinking that this GoPro that I'm using for my unboxing cam is probably going to not result in any usable footage. These are batteries. They're branded batteries. Zhiyun batteries. That's kind of cool. A little bit unnecessary, but I appreciate the attention to detail. So let's get these thrown in there. I mean, I don't know why I'm throwing the batteries in there yet. I got to figure out how to mount the camera to it. Now I'm guessing I might need to do some balancing of this thing. There we go. Now this thing is pretty big. Just holding this itself. I don't know that I'll like be able to walk around the neighborhood kind of like this, like going to get groceries and stuff. But that was originally the idea. But now let's get this case put away. Let's get some of this stuff put away. And I'm gonna try to get this thing. It's got a 16 millimeter pancake lens. It doesn't have in-body stabilization, so I definitely need this gimbal. And I'm gonna leave my little microphone on here. It's a Movo microphone. I think it was like 20 bucks. I bought it a long time ago. Let's see if I can get this on here and balanced. And how do I turn it on? Power. Maybe I hold it down. Yeah, there we go. Power on. Ooh, and I turned it off. Power on. Why did it die like that? There we go. Ooh, it's not level at all. All right, let's start recording. Okay, so, there's a jog dial on here, so I can make this rotate, I think. I don't think this is right. Something is not happening correctly here. All right, so I figured out kind of what I was doing wrong. I had this thing mounted backwards and it was screwing up all the motors, and it was just failing. So now things are working. I've got it set up. I've been kind of playing around with it. I definitely like it. It's gonna take some getting used to, especially because the way it works differently than the other gimbal that I have. So there's gonna be a little bit of a learning curve here. And I don't know, I think I might be able to walk around the neighborhood with this thing. I looked at the last clip that I'd made. The battery died in the middle of it. The camera battery died in the middle of it. So I'm kind of reshooting that. And a couple of things that I have to get used to is, even with the 16 millimeter lens, because it's a APS-C sensor with the crop factor, it's not 16 millimeters. So in order to use this in vlog, I have to kind of hold it further away, which I don't know if I'm strong enough for that. But I'm getting used to it. It works differently than, even with all the modes that I kind of can scroll through, it works differently than the gimbal that I have been using over the years with my GoPro. And so it's a little bit less intuitive. It's got this like little joystick that you control with your thumb. Now, originally when I thought that I was gonna buy a motorized gimbal, I thought I would use it for kind of two things. One, for getting more cinematic shots, following the kids around, and just other like shots of the neighborhood, walking around, motion and activity. The other thing that I thought I would get it for is for vlogging, but I just don't know if I can walk around the neighborhood with all this. It's just too conspicuous even for me, and so I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to do that. I might try it a couple of times just to see if I like it. Maybe I'll use it for filming, but maybe not necessarily for vlogging and talking to this thing, because yeah, that would be strange even for me. But I like playing with it. I'm going to have a lot more time to play with it this weekend. Not that I'll have more time, but I'll have more opportunity and things to film. So this is definitely like the worst unboxing ever and the worst kind of first impressions video ever. It's really noisy in the background here because everyone in the family has just had cake and we're like FaceTiming people. Multiple members of our family FaceTimed us at the same time on 2 different phones, and we're all kind of like having like some sort of weird kind of like conference call, but with FaceTimes and birthday cake. And so that's just kind of what happens when you live far away from family. But yeah, so things are a little bit kind of chaotic in the house right now. But this weekend, we're going to be going up to Lake Geneva and staying at a hotel that has a fireplace, which I'm in the room, which I'm very excited about. And it also has an indoor water park. So I'll bring the GoPro. And so that's kind of what's going on there. So this video is going to be a little bit short and a little bit kind of, who knows, as I'm kind of figuring out how to work this thing and playing around with it.
Yo, what's going on?